do I trust the access and the quality and the accountability, right? So are you accountable to specifically like, and I mean, you're working in retails and e-commerce, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you move to other industries like investment, banking, insurance, medical, when you get into those, then you're starting to see the level of scrutiny around a data access is higher.
That is true. That's one of the reason I guess I stuck with e-com. But even in e-com, for example, the PLM, which is like the design information that the company stores, like a t-shirt could have different materials composed in different ways. You do want to make sure that data stays within us because that's proprietary customers' information. They have put in a lot of effort into coming up with those designs. And that's why they look up to people like us who come from tech background who are providing this tech platform to make those decisions, be careful that when I say I will expose my every data to AI, I don't end up picking the wrong data where people want to keep it private. People want those information to be within the system. What needs to be gatefold, what can be exposed is going to, it's a decision. I come from a security background and I feel that like this is going to be a new security challenge that needs to come up. And as things evolve, security regulations on PII, data security needs to evolve. I'm just interested in seeing how everything is evolving. That's it. An example, like you said, right, banking industry and stuff. You can't even use that AI agentic coding platform 2 years back when it came up. Now everyone is like, okay, we need to be efficient. Why not we deploy those coding agents within our infrastructure and let our engineers use it? So there is going to be evolution around how to do these things in a gate-walled environment. People are adapting, people are evolving. Again, it's an interesting time. Let's see where the standard comes into play, right? The funny thing for me is like I feel like industry is evolving, everyone is evolving. I still don't know whether these HIPAA and SOC compliances really have adapted to the changes in AI.
Normally, technology evolves and policy will follow later, and there's always a gap between the two. One of the things is I want to ask is as we move along here with our conversation, Harish, which thank you again for your time with me. Um, what advice would you find yourself repeating most of the time right now, most often? Is there something that you continuously repeating to people? What would that be?
For me, one, lean on mentors and everyone around me because that went a long way in running a company because every day was a different challenge. And without people around me helping me, I wouldn't be here. And I am someone who never asked for help actively before. And that was a pain. People are there to help you do that. I think that's one. Second thing is being confident about my own ability. It doesn't come naturally to me. And I had to learn that a hard way. Those probably are the two things that on top of my mind.
Very important. I mean, these are very important aspects of leadership, and especially now in the advanced tech that you're in. These are things constantly evolving. We can't all be knowing everything at the same time. Knowledge is at a various levels. One engineer find out something, the other engineer doesn't know about it, and then they have to pass that information. It is not because they don't know about it; just didn't have access to it at the same time. So they will eventually find out about it. One of the other things is that I always ask people such as yourself, Harish, is if you were starting today, for instance, your career or your journey, what would you do differently, if there is any?
Not much. I feel like I never plan my career. For me, it's usually like this is the point where I am at what feels right to me. Am I going to enjoy this job? Am I going to enjoy working with these people? And am I going to grow? That's how I always looked at my career, and touch wood, luckily things worked out so far.
Absolutely. And is there anything out there that you're trying to get better at?
A lot. I don't think it's one thing, but I feel like if I had to think immediately, it would be like one, being able to articulate my own thought process well to people around me. Because especially in AI, a lot of things, even technically, is changing very quickly. That means your communication frequency on, hey, I know I said we need to do XYZ, but now I'm saying that we might need to change becomes important. Two, we talked a lot about how much AI is changing every day. I want to make sure I spend at least an hour or two reading about something every day and trying out these tools at least once a week. Just be open-minded, curious, and keep learning about the new tools that's coming up, and just being able to read about how people think of this industry, this technology. Everyone is in the same. I feel it's one of those times where everyone is in the same level. Everyone is just trying to figure out what this technology means, how to use it effectively, and reading and exploring is the easiest way to learn for me.